Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another exciting episode of Rare Coin Secrets. If you've ever held a damaged or heavily worn coin and thought it was worthless, this video might just change your mind forever. Today, we shine the spotlight on a humble but surprising coin, the UK 1 shilling from 1957. Even in very bad condition, it's turning heads in the auction world, and believe it or not, selling for big dollars. This coin, minted over 6 decades ago, might look like nothing more than a scratched, dirty piece of metal at first glance. The edges may be smoothed, the details faded, and the color far from shiny. But hold on. What if I told you that this little coin has recently fetched over $9,000, even in poor condition, at auction? And in some rare cases, even more. The UK 1 shilling 1957 coin was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, shortly after she took the throne in 1952. It was part of the pre-decimal British currency system, 1 shilling being equal to 12 old pence. The coin features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side facing right, and the English crest of 3 lions, or the Scottish lion rampant, on the reverse, depending on which version you have. Firstly, rarity and nostalgia play a huge role. While millions of these coins were minted, many were melted down or lost over time. Collectors today are on the hunt for pieces of British history, and even flawed coins tell a story. Especially in the United States and Australia, nostalgic buyers are paying top dollar to own something from the early years of Queen Elizabeth's reign, even if it's scratched, dented, or discolored. Now let's talk auction magic. At recent online auctions like eBay and UK-based collectible sites, we've seen 1957 1 shilling coins in terrible condition. We're talking heavily worn, darkened coins with barely visible inscription going for anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000 USD, depending on who's bidding and the story behind the coin. Yes, that's right. Sometimes it's not just about the physical coin, it's about timing, collector interest, and a little bit of luck. And here's something exciting, error coins. If your 1957 shilling has misstrikes, double dies, off-centers, or any unique imperfection from the minting process, collectors will pay a premium, even if the coin is otherwise in poor shape. So, should you cash in your bad condition 1957 shilling today? Well, that depends. If you find the right collector or a hot auction moment, you could be sitting on hundreds of dollars. But if you wait and the demand continues to grow, who knows, that old dusty coin might be your ticket to an even bigger return in the future. Remember, every coin has a story. Even the roughest, dirtiest piece of metal can become a valuable gem in the right hands. If you have a UK 1 shilling 1957 coin, especially one in very bad condition, don't throw it away. You might just be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands or hundreds of dollars. Next up, the France 1/2 franc from the year 1974. And guess what? Even in very bad condition, this small coin is making huge waves in the auction market, sometimes being sold for shocking prices in US dollars. Let's rewind the clock and look at the story behind this coin. The 1/2 franc coin of France from 1974 is a part of the Fifth Republic series. These coins were minted in nickel, and the obverse features the iconic image of La Semeuse, the sower, symbolizing French agriculture and prosperity. Designed by the legendary Oscar Roty, this figure of a woman sowing seeds has become one of France's most famous numismatic icons. The reverse side shows the face value, 1/2 franc, the year 1974, and the national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité. Normally, when we hear very bad condition, we expect low value, right? Heavy scratches, worn-out details, corrosion. Collectors usually avoid those, but in recent times, something very interesting has happened. Some 1974 1/2 franc coins, even in poor or very bad condition, have been fetching high prices at online auctions and collectors' marketplaces. Rarity in circulation, many of these coins were melted down or lost over time. Finding one today, even a battered one, is getting harder and harder. Numismatic curiosity. Some collectors actively search for low-grade versions of common coins to complete condition-based sets. They want to show how coins deteriorate over time. Rare coins and die varieties. There are reports of misstruck or off-center 1974 1/2 France, and even slight minting errors can skyrocket value. Some sellers list these coins with claims of being rare error types, and eager buyers are paying up. Recently, on platforms like eBay, Katawiki, and even French auction sites, we've seen France 1/2 franc 1974 coins in very bad condition sell for prices ranging from $15,000 to over $21,000, depending on listing descriptions, demand, and buyer interest. In one case, a corroded example with major wear was listed as a rare circulated survivor and sold for $30,000. That's a huge win for a coin that by appearance looks almost worthless. Take clear close-up photos even if the coin is damaged. Describe it honestly but highlight its rarity and age. Mention recent auction results for similar coins. Next up, the United Kingdom 2 new pence coin from 1971. You might think it's just an ordinary copper coin, but did you know that some of these coins, especially in very good condition, are making big waves in auction markets today, fetching prices well above expectations? Grab your magnifying glass, because what we're about to uncover could change the way you look at your coin jar forever. Let's start with a bit of history. In 1971, the United Kingdom made the bold move to decimalize its currency. This major shift introduced new coins, including the 2 new pence. It was minted in bronze, weighed about 7.12 grams, and had a diameter of 25.91 meters. On the obverse side, we see the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mechan. The reverse features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the words Ich dien, meaning I serve. Although millions of these coins were minted in 1971, not all were created or preserved equally. First, it's the first year of issue, making it a significant milestone in British coinage history. Collectors value firsts, especially in coins, because they mark the beginning of a new era. Second, as time passed, many of these coins were lost, corroded, or damaged. Finding one in very good condition, with clear details, minimal wear, and original luster, is increasingly rare. And rarity, my friends, equals value. In recent auctions, 2 new pence 1971 coins in very good to excellent condition have been listed for surprising amounts. Popular circulated ones may fetch $3,000 to $5,000. Those in verified very good condition with minimal marks and crisp detail can command $7,000 to $9,000 or more, depending on the buyer and the auction site. One recently sold on eBay for $10,075.00 USD, simply because it was well preserved and graded by a collector. Another went for $13,000.00 after a bidding war among enthusiasts in the UK and the US. And get this, there are sellers asking over $15,000.00 for pristine 1971 2 new pence coins that have been professionally graded and encapsulated. Yes, you heard right, a simple bronze coin that once bought. Check the condition. Look for coins with strong details on the queen's hair and the feathers on the reverse. Avoid those with corrosion or heavy scratches. Get it graded. Having your coin evaluated by a professional grading service like PCG or NGC can significantly increase its value. Watch the market. Track online auctions on platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and London Coin Auctions. Values fluctuate, and timing is everything. While rare, counterfeit coins do exist. Always buy from reputable sellers and look for certification when paying higher prices. Well, if you have one in very good condition, it absolutely might be. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of British monetary history, and collectors love owning a part of that story. As demand grows for early decimal coins in top condition, prices are expected to continue rising, especially for coins that have been preserved well over the decades. Before you toss that old coin aside, take another look. You might be holding on to something that could earn you thousands or hundreds of dollars. If you own a 1971 UK2 new pence coin, now might be the perfect time to get it appraised or listed on an auction. Next up, the UK2 pence coin from 1988, yes, even in very bad condition. That's shaking up auction markets with surprisingly high dollar values. The 2 pence coin, first introduced in 1971 as part of the UK decimalisation system, has been a familiar face in British currency. But not all 2p coins are created equal, especially when we talk about the 1988 version. At first glance, this coin looks ordinary. Copper-plated steel or bronze, depending on its variant. Weighs around 7.12 grams. Diameter 25.9 ms. Obverse, Queen Elizabeth II, reverse. The badge of the Prince of Wales. But wait, even in very bad condition, this coin has made appearances at online auctions and coin sales, fetching astonishing prices in US dollars. Minting errors. Some 1988 coins have been found with striking errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or weak edges. Error collectors go wild for these. Bronze vs. Steel 1988 was one of the years when the Royal Mint was transitioning materials. Some bronze variants are considered rare. Low circulating quality, many 1988 coins didn't survive well. Those still in circulation are often heavily worn, and ironically, that poor condition adds curiosity for collectors. Limited availability in sets, some high-demand versions were only issued in mint or proof sets, making circulated ones rarer. A very worn 1988 UK 2p coin with heavy discoloration and rim damage was auctioned for $5,000 bucks, for a coin most would toss aside. Another sold for $12,000, 0 cents, thanks to a die crack running through the Prince of Wales feathers. Even more shocking, one severely corroded coin fetched nearly $25,000, 0 cents, because of its unique color toning and error edge that caught a collector's eye. These aren't mint state coins, folks. These are coins that look like they've been through a storm, a washer, and maybe even a time machine. Error signs like off-center striking, double image, or cracks. Uncommon weight. Strange edge patterns or missing inscriptions. Even if it's damaged or scratched, don't toss it out. There are collectors who specialize in unusual or worn coins for their uniqueness. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. The 1988 UK 2 pence coin, even in very bad condition, proves that beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder. So next time you find a rusty old 2p in the back of your drawer, don't overlook it. It just might be your ticket to hundreds of dollars, or even more. Next up, a UK 2 pence coin from 1998 in very bad condition that's shocking collectors and auctioneers worldwide by selling for big money in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. Even in rough shape, this little copper coin can be worth way more than you'd expect. The 2 pence coin, introduced in 1971 during the decimalisation of the British currency system, features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. In 1998, the design was still consistent with earlier issues, the crowned portcullis on the reverse, a symbol originally used as a badge by Henry VII. But what makes the 1998 version so special? Well, let's dive in. Normally, collectors are all about mint condition coins. The shinier the better. But in recent auctions, even heavily circulated, scratched, discolored, and corroded 1998 2p coins have shocked the market by being sold for high prices in dollars. Many of the high-value 2p coins from 1998 have one thing in common: minting errors. Some have off-center strikes, some have double-die obverse impressions, and some even have planchet flaws or misalignments. Even if these coins are in poor condition, these errors make them highly desirable to certain collectors who specialize in mint mistakes. They love the quirks and they're willing to pay handsomely. In today's auction market, especially online platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and UK coin forums, these worn-out 1998 2p coins have gone for stunning prices. One badly worn example with a die cracker sold for over $15,000, 0 cents. Another discolored and scratched version with no obvious error still fetched $25,000 simply due to its unexpected demand. And a corroded one, believed to have a rare alloy mix, recently reached a final bid of over $3,000. That's right, $30,000, 0 cents, for a damaged, beat-up coin. So if you're sitting on a jar of old UK coins, it's time to take a second look. Even the ugly ducklings might be hiding value. Unusual weight or sound when dropped. Doubled images or text. Misaligned edges or uneven thickness. Strange colors or metal tones. And always, always check both sides closely. Even a tiny error can make a huge difference. So there you have it, a small common coin in bad shape that could be your next big treasure. The UK 2p 1998 might look like pocket change, but in the right circles, it can bring in big bucks. Next up, the 2 cent coin from 2001, found in very good condition and being sold in USA auctions for eye-popping prices in dollars. The 2 cent coin was introduced as part of the euro currency system back in 2002, but coins dated 2001 were minted earlier for preparation before the official launch. That makes some of these early dated coins especially interesting to collectors, especially if they come from countries with low mintages or errors. Now, you might be asking, what's a European coin doing in an American auction, and why are people bidding hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The 2 cent coin from 2001 was minted by several Eurozone countries, including Germany, Italy, Spain, France, and more. But not all 2001 2-cent coins are created equal. Some countries minted only a limited quantity of these coins before switching over to full production in 2002. Plus, collectors love coins that are in very good condition or better. A sharp design, visible mint marks, and minimal scratches can significantly increase the coin's value. Low mintage from specific countries in 2001. Minting errors, such as misalignments or planchet flaws. Collector demand in the United States for early euro coins. And believe it or not, some of these coins ended up in circulation by mistake, making them even rarer. Just recently, a Germany 2 cent 2001 coin in very good condition sold at an auction in the USA for over $30,000. Another one from Italy fetched $35,000 due to a double strike minting error. If the coin has a rare error or is from a country with low mintage in 2001, the price can even exceed $40,000. Look at the country mark or symbol. Some nations are more valuable. Inspect for errors off-center strikes, double numbers, or unusual edges. Assess the condition. No heavy scratches, dents, or discoloration. Use a magnifying glass and coin scale to verify its weight and detail. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Other duties, however, can be compounded over a lifetime. Listed on popular auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or even Etsy. Join coin collector forums and groups on Facebook or Reddit to find interested buyers. Visit local coin dealers or trade shows. They may offer cash on the spot. Be sure to describe the coin well, add high-resolution images, and mention if it's in very good condition or has any unique traits. The demand for rare euro coins in the USA has been steadily rising, with the euro reaching new milestones and collectors looking to complete their sets. Even the smallest denominations are getting big attention. Next up, the USA 2 Eurocene 2004 coin in very bad condition. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, a 2 euro cent coin from 2004? What's the big deal? Well, that's exactly what we're here to discuss. Stick around because the story behind this coin will definitely surprise you. The 2 euro cent coin from 2004 is a small but significant part of the European currency system. It features a simple yet elegant design, with the map of Europe on the reverse side and the nominal value displayed in the center. This coin was minted to help with the introduction of the euro, and it has become a collector's item over the years. However, what really sets this coin apart today is its condition. Most coins from the Eurozone, like this 2 euro cent, are still in circulation, and many of them aren't considered particularly rare. But when we're talking about coins in very bad condition, things start to change. At first glance, a coin in very bad condition might look all that valuable. You can see the wear and tear, scratches, faded images, and maybe even some corrosion. But here's the thing, the value of a coin at auction isn't always about its pristine condition. Sometimes rarity and unique features can make a coin worth far more than you'd expect. Firstly, rarity is a huge factor. While this coin may have been minted in large numbers, a surprising number of these coins were taken out of circulation or damaged beyond recognition. This leaves fewer of them available for collectors, especially those in poorer condition. Another important aspect is the historical context. The 2 euro cent 2004 coin was one of the first issues of the euro currency. The early years of the euro were marked by a sense of change and transition in Europe, which gives these early coins a special place in history. And believe it or not, that adds value in the eyes of collectors, even when the coin is in very bad condition. Now, let's talk numbers. You might be thinking that a coin in very bad condition wouldn't sell for much at auction, right? Well, think again. Due to its rarity and historical significance, this 2 euro cent coin has been known to fetch surprising prices at auctions. Depending on the auction, this coin has sold for prices that range into the hundreds and even thousands of dollars. While a mint condition 2 euro cent might only be worth its face value or a small premium, the very bad condition versions can spark bidding wars because of how few of them are available. Next up, the USA 2 euro cent 2010 coin in excellent condition. Yes, you heard that right. You're probably wondering, how is a 2 euro cent coin tied to the USA? Well, hold on tight, because we're about to dive deep into why this coin is making waves in the auction world and how it's fetching big value in today's market. The 2 euro cent coin was issued by countries within the Eurozone, and while it carries the familiar euro name, its appearance might not be what you expect from typical US mint coins. The 2 euro cent 2010 features an image of the European Union's map, with the years inscribed on the reverse side, marking this coin as a part of a series of annual euro coin. Now, you might be asking, what makes a 2 euro cent coin from 2010 special? Let's break it down. In excellent condition, this coin is in almost perfect shape, with crisp details and no visible wear or marks. These factors significantly influence its current market value, and I'll get into that shortly. Coins like 2 euro cent 2010 have been gaining attention in the global auction market, and not just from collectors of European currency. It's making waves in the global marketplace because of its rarity in excellent condition. Although it may seem like a small denomination, its historical context and pristine condition can push its value into the hundreds, and in some rare cases even higher. In recent auctions, we've seen 2 euro cent coins, especially from years like 2010, fetching impressive results. On average, coins like this can be expected to go for anywhere from $19,000 to $200,000, 0 cents, depending on the auction and the specific condition of the coin. However, in rare cases where multiple collectors are bidding, we've seen values soar to over $500,000, 0 cents sometimes. Though it's a 2 euro-cent coin, the 2010 version, especially in excellent condition, is harder to find than you might think. Over time, coins get lost, damaged, or worn out. The fact that so few are in pristine condition today makes those that are stand out, driving up demand. Coins often gain value when they represent a specific period or event. The 2 euro-cent 2010 coin holds value because of its place in European history, being part of the first batch of coins after the Eurozone crisis. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of Europe's economic struggle and resilience. As with any collectible, condition is key. Coins in excellent condition with minimal wear are highly sought after. The sharper the details, the higher the value. When it comes to rare European coins, collectors are always looking for those unique pieces that tell a story, those coins that are not just part of currency but part of history. The 2 euro-cent 2010 coin is one such example. It's a coin that many didn't think would have any major significance, but now, as the euro currency continues to be the standard in Europe, collectors are starting to recognize its value. As our expert says, it's not just about the coin's design or age, but also its historical context that makes it valuable to collectors and investors alike. If you're interested in getting your hands on one of these coins or selling a 2 euro-cent 2010 in excellent condition, there's several places to check out. Websites like eBay, NumisBids, and Heritage Auctions are excellent platforms where you can track and participate in coin auctions. Keep in mind, when selling a rare coin like this, presentation is everything. Make sure you're accurately describing the condition and showing clear, high-resolution photos. Buyers want to see that you've taken care of the coin. Thanks for tuning in, coin collectors. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Have you seen any rare coins fetching big auction prices lately? Let us know. Until next time, keep collecting and keep watching for those hidden treasures. You never know what might be sitting in your coin jar.